Welcome to the Number One Location podcast. This is where we talk about Cebu real estate clearly, without hype, pressure, or rushed selling. If you're a buyer, investor, or an OFW trying to make sense of the Cebu property market, this podcast is for you. I'm Nick, and today we're starting with a foundational topic, something that affects almost every property decision. Why location still beats price in Cebu real estate.
Nick, let me jump straight in. Most buyers I speak to always ask one question first. What's the cheapest option available? Why are you saying location should come before price?
Because price is temporary, but location is permanent. You can renovate a unit, you can upgrade furniture, you can wait for market cycles, but you can't move a building. In Cebu, we often see buyers save a bit up front by choosing cheaper locations. Later on, they pay for it through weak rental demand, long vacancies, and limited resale interest.
So what's the most common mistake buyers make?
They compare prices across different locations as if everything else is equal. For example, a cheaper condo far from employment hubs versus a slightly higher-priced unit near IT park or established townships. On paper, the cheaper one looks smarter. In reality, demand follows where people work, live, and move daily.
Let's make this practical. In Cebu specifically, what kind of locations tend to hold value better?
Areas with three key things. First, strong employment concentration. Second, ongoing infrastructure investment. Third, lifestyle convenience. That's why locations near business districts, IT hubs, and integrated townships continue to perform better, whether for end use or rental. Even during slower markets, these locations still see activity.
This seems especially important for OFWs, right?
Very much so. OFWs often buy based on online presentations, payment terms, or promotional pricing. But because they're not physically here, it's easy to miss how location affects real day-to-day demand. A unit can look great in a brochure, but if it's disconnected from where people actually work or live, rentals and resale become challenging. Understanding location first helps OFWs protect their investment.
Some buyers might say, but price matters. I have a budget.
And that's completely valid. Budget always matters. The better question is not what's the cheapest unit, it's what's the best location I can afford. Two buyers might both spend 5 million pesos. One buys in a strong location with consistent demand. The other buys cheaper per square meter but struggles to rent. Same budget, very different outcome.
You often emphasize this way of thinking. Where does this perspective come from?
Just to give context, I'm Singaporean, now based in Cebu, and I previously built and operated a real estate agency in Singapore. Today, as an investor in Cebu, I work closely with my wife, who's Cebuana and a licensed real estate professional here. That combination helps us bridge how overseas buyers think with how the local market actually works. It helps us focus on value rather than noise.
So, for someone listening right now, what question should they ask instead of just focusing on price?
They should ask questions like, who rents in this area? Where do tenants work? How long do similar units stay vacant? Is the area improving or declining? Will this location still make sense 10 years from now? Those questions lead to better decisions.
Let me try to summarize. Price matters, but location determines demand. And demand determines whether a property works for you or against you.
Exactly. If there's one takeaway from today, it's this. Buy based on location strength, not just entry price. If you're considering buying property in Cebu and want clarity based on your specific situation, whether you're local or overseas, you can message us directly. Just send Cebu Property on WhatsApp or Facebook Messenger. The details are in the description. No pressure, just clear answers.
And if you found this episode useful, subscribe to the channel. More clear conversations like this coming up.
Thanks for listening to the Number One Location podcast. We'll see you in the next episode.